Well, that 400 miles of pulling trailers and moving projects brought us to our next service on Old Maria. And we got a little maintenance and light repair to do. Let's get started. Put down our poor man's shop. Run a power stroke filter on it to give it extra quart. That way I can put an even 3 gallons in it. Not sure how I feel about this oil in a box, but it seems to be the way everybody's going now. Got a good deal on it. $50 for 3 gallons of synthetic 1540, so I'm pretty happy with it. We're gonna give it a try. And I'm a pre-fill the filter kind of person. Don't forget to put some on your O-ring. These drain valves are the way to go if you got a truck with some ground clearance. Got us a cleanish funnel. I used to be a big AMSOIL person, but after COVID, the prices jumped up and it's getting a bit steep for me at $140 for 3 gallons for this old girl. So we're gonna run it. This Dello, I've had good luck with it and all the tractors and stuff. We're gonna try out this synthetic. This old 7.3 sure won't mind it. I rebuilt this 7.3 5 or 6 years ago, and I've got probably about 80,000 miles on it, so she just broke in. Barely. I hate working on them newer electronic motors all the time, and then you get to this and I ain't had to touch it at all. We're gonna keep on trucking. Right on the money after we started up. Been a little bit since we had an air filter. Let's go ahead and slap a new one of them in there. I bet she'd sure appreciate it. Actually, not terrible. It ain't been long since I've had a fresh fuel filter, so we ain't too worried about that. We'll catch it on the next go around. Been a minute since I've had some good washer fluid. While we got her lubed up, she's been real good to us, so let's clean it up just a little bit. Try not to get water in your brand new air filter. Clean up the washer fluid you spill everywhere. I like to clean my batteries off real good. Alright, let's give her a test fire. Soap up and clean our windshield before we put new wipers on. Bought a lot of wiper blades, cheap ones, $30 a piece ones. They ain't none of them better than the rest, so I usually get about the $9 ones. They do pretty okay. Only recently started making YouTube videos. It's given me a real appreciation for all the people I've been watching for several years. I never realized how much goes into some of these videos. Simple clips take about 3 times longer than what it normally would, so sometimes 5. Well, we're only about halfway done with our flatbed build, and it took me a while to decide what lights to use, and I've been pretty happy with these. One problem I'm having is the dang lenses is falling out of them, so I got 2 more here, and we're going to go ahead and try to nip that in the butt and glue them lenses in here. We're gonna try to save this one before it falls out. Plenty bright enough. They're all plastic, but for $25 for 4 of them, I guess a fella can't complain too much. If I can find me some good metal housing ones, I might be happier. I had to quit working so close to the air conditioner. I reckon it's just the vibrations from that sheet metal on the back of that bed making them fall out. Might be more of a self-inflicted problem. Taken me about 8 or so years to get this electrical box finally where it's usable. These come with some random wire colors on them, so I made me a little diagram right on each one of them. Makes it a lot easier later. Overkill much? I still need to put wire loom on it to make it pretty, but I got 7-pin trailer wiring to both sides, straight from a trailer junction box. I highly recommend anybody to do that if they ever build their own bed. There's nicer ways to do it, but that's way better when you go to wiring in trailer plugs or what have you. We're gonna have a bunch of marker lights on this bed, so we're probably gonna have to add a whole nother junction box just for that. Next up, we have some cab lights. These were some just clear ones with orange LEDs I had on it for a while, and I had one blow off, the lens blow off the other day, so I was more worried about it leaking than I was worried about the light. But let's get these changed out. So the plug for the bulb and these clear ones was glued in, so I'm gonna have to rewire the new ones to it. And anytime you buy some, just go ahead and buy you some decent LEDs to go with it instead of using the cheap ones that come with it, because they ain't worth the crap. They'll be blinking on you. But just because I have them, I have a brand new set of orange regular bulbs. Those will do just fine for these lights for now. I went with the orange this time, mainly because of the price. We're gonna buy some decent ones once we get to paint and body work, but these will do for now. Just keep the cab sealed up. The wires is even pulling out of them plugs. When you buy the cheaper ones, go ahead and get you some new stainless screws, because the screws that come with them lights, they ain't worth the crap. They rust up in no time. This is what those cheap LEDs look like. I ain't had good luck out of them. Buy some decent ones. Let's turn our running lights on and make sure we got a full set of lights. All shining bright. Clean up where they go just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to put just a small little bit of RTV around. Keep the cab sealed up good. And then I put just a little bit around this socket to keep it in place, because I've had many of these fall out. For whatever reason, they can't make them. You're probably better off using some kind of weather stripping adhesive, but I'm just going with what I got for now. A little bit of black RTV. Driving down the road, got this old mirror that's cracked. It's always moving while I'm driving down the road, and it drives me nuts. So I'm watching. Dug this new one out of my old parts stash. Just old cheap plastic one, but get the job done for now. They ain't made of much.